video, and I'm so excited. And so we are going to be letting my phone time choose how much I read each day for a week. And the first book I'll be reading is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I've already started it. I'm on page 219, and I will be reading 75 pages today, I believe. This book is really good. I'm really loving it. I feel like I am the character, and I'm living through all this hardship. It's heartbreaking. I can feel it. It's heartbreaking. I'm also annotating the book, so if you see my tabs, I'm annotating and underlining. And yeah, I'm just really excited to have my first long form video. I look forward to doing more of these, so let's get into it. Now that I never said a synopsis for this book. So our main character, Hazel, she's a 16-year-old terminally ill cancer patient, and at the support group she goes to, she meets a kid named Augustus Waters, or Gus, and he was also a cancer patient, but he has a different type of cancer than Hazel. So Hazel's terminally ill, and Gus lost his leg because of cancer, and so they both bond over the love of books. And Hazel recommends this book called An Imperial Affliction, I believe that's what it was, by, sorry, let me look, it's somewhere in here. Peter Van Houten, I think that's how you pronounce it. If not, sorry. But so she recommends that book to him, and he loves the book also. So as his wish that he got, because he's a kid with cancer, he got a wish from a foundation. And so from that wish, he decides that he wants to go see Peter Van Houten where he lives, and that's in a different country from where they live. So he ends up bringing Hazel along with him. So then we get to follow that storyline about how they connect and how they get to meet a famous author that they love, just basically their lives and how they are surviving with cancer and living through that. Bella, come here. Wanna say hi? Wanna say hi to the camera? Is she adorable? Wait, she's grumpy. It's okay. It's okay. Hi to the camera. I don't know why she's so grumpy. So yeah, let's get into that. On The Fault in Our Stars in a minute. And I just showered, so that's why my hair looks interesting. So just ignore that. It'll dry at some point. So I'm going to go through the options I have for my next book before I tell you my thoughts. So the first one is The Great Alone by Kristin Hannah. And I don't know much about this, but I know that it's set in Alaska. It's about a family who, I believe, just moves to Alaska. And then we have another Kristin Hannah book. It's The Nightingale, and it's a historical fiction, and it is based in, I believe, World War II. So it's a World War II historical fiction about two sisters. So I think that'd be really interesting to read about, because I really love historical fiction, and my mom said this was really sad, and I love sad books, so I think that this is a possible 5-star read. And then we have People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Sorry, the lighting's really weird, so it looks shiny. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, and this is a Friends to Lovers book, I think, and I love Friends to Lovers so much, so I think I like this. This would be my third Emily Henry book. I read Book Lovers, which I absolutely love. I believe I rated that 4.5 or 4.75, and then I read Beach Read, and I love that one too, and I rated that one like 4.5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one was a 4.5, and Book Lovers was 4.75, so I really like her books, so this I think would be a really good read for me. And then the last one we have is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, and this is the third book in the Hunger Games trilogy, and I really want to read the prequel before the Songbird of the Ballad and the Snakes, I believe that's what it's called, but I want to read the original trilogy first, so I'm really hoping to get to this some point this month, and I already started it. I'm on page 59, chapter 5, and it's good. I just got sick, so I didn't want that to influence the book in any way or the rating, because I'm really enjoying the trilogy. I love Katniss and Peeta. I just don't know if I'm ready for the rest of this book, because I have seen the movies, and knowing what happens, I'm just very scared, okay? I'm very scared for it, because I don't think I can handle what's in this book. This may destroy me. Okay, so anyways, I will most likely have which book I'm going to read in the next clip after I talk about this, but we'll see how indecisive I am today. So, as you guys have seen, I'm reading The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I already said the synopsis, so I don't really want to go over that again. So, if you missed it, you can just back up in the video. I'll put a timestamp of where it is. So, okay, so my thoughts. This book was heart-wrenching. I wish I got my reactions on video because I cried so much. I couldn't deal with it. The things, if you know, the things that happened in this book, crying, sobbing, crying. I have so many little annotations in this book, and all the blue is sad parts. And there are a lot of blue tabs in this book. Like, I just could not. It was... Anyways, so I think I'm leaning towards 4.5, 4.75 stars. It was good. It was so good, but it's not 5, because I just didn't get the 5-star feeling. I just didn't feel that for this book. It was so good, but some of the characters, they just really bothered me. The depth in this book was so amazing. It brought out so many emotions in me. I was crying, I was smiling, I was laughing. Just, it was so much. And all the characters, I feel like, had so much depth. And I really didn't even feel like I was reading when I was in this book. I really thought that I was like in Hazel's mind. And that is so amazing when I find a book that can just transport me into a different world. That's why I love reading. And this really did that for me. It was just amazing. I'm trying to find like some quotes I can share without like spoiling anything. Okay, so here's one that I annotated because I love annotating books. I love writing my thoughts in like the corners and stuff. I know some people don't like that, but I like books that like look used and have the thoughts, like looking back on those. It's amazing. Actually, me and my friend are doing this switch. So I'm going to give her this book and she can annotate along with all my thoughts. And then she's giving me one of her books to annotate and read. And I believe she's giving me Twilight. Yeah, I think she's giving me Twilight. And I'm kind of scared to read it, to be honest, because I got through like the first 10 minutes of the movies. And I know like movies are usually not great movie adaptations for books, but I'm still kind of scared because like a lot of you, I feel like you either love it or hate it. That's like, I don't read that many vampire things. I'm not a big vampire romance reader, so I don't know. I think the only books I've read is this series right here, which is Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I love that series so much. I love it. I love Stephanie Garber. I love everything she writes. I have like all of her books. So, but they don't, I mean, she does have vampires, but that's not like the main thing. So, well, that's not what this is about. Anyways, let me read you this. So one of these things I underlined, it says, if the inevitability of human oblivion worries you, I encourage you to ignore it. God knows that's what everyone else does. What? Hello? That's, okay, it's just, and then I wrote in the margins, I said, it's crazy that someone can put together words that are exactly what you were trying to put together. But to know what you were trying to say, you had to take them from pages of a book. But yeah, Mr. Green's writing, it was really good. I think that's kind of what pushed it to 4.75 for me. So, really good. I do really recommend it. It is very YA. There's not really any spice. So, very emotional romance. So if you like that, highly recommend. Really good. Okay, so I will let you guys know what my decision is for my next book in the next clip. It might not even be one of these, to be honest, because I have so much on my TBR. So it's the second day that we are doing, my phone can choose how long I will be reading. So I have the book I'm going to read over here, but before we get to that, I also have books I'm unhauling. So I'm going to show you them and then tell you why. So these first three I'm showing you are just because I don't think I'll ever get to them. I probably bought them at like a book sale and I'm just like, I don't think I'll ever get to them anymore. So the first one is The Grand Escape by Neil Bascom. So I'm just never gonna get to it. And then the second one is Can't Look Away by Donna Cooner. It's a thriller, I'm pretty sure. And I read the first half of it in like elementary school, and so that was a while ago, so I just don't think I'm ever gonna get to it. And then the third one is Sophomores and Other Oxymorons by David Lubar. I'm not 100% sure what this is about. I just know I'll never get to it. So, and then we have Bad Summer People by Emma Rosenblum, and I think this is a thriller. I'm not 100% sure. My mom gave this to me, and I read like the first 50 pages, and it's just really boring. Like nothing seemed like is happening at all in this book, so I don't know. And then the fifth book is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This book, I love this book so much. It is so good. It's like a Shakespearean thriller. Amazing. 100% recommend. It's just, I have 2 copies of this and I don't really need 2. They're the exact same copy with the red sprayed edges, so I just don't need it. But I do 100% recommend. It's so good. Okay, so those were the 5 books I'm unhauling. And then, so now we can get to the one I want to read today. So the one I'm reading is called Straight Alone by Kristen Hanna. So I've not started this yet, but I looked up the synopsis and I believe it is about a veteran and his family. So I'm not sure what happened, but this veteran decides that he is going to move himself and his family to Alaska, where then in Alaska they live off the grid. And so you basically go along with that story about how they are living and how they are adapting. And I've heard some good things about this. I've only read one other of Kristen Hanna's books last year, and it's a 6-star read for me. It's actually this one right here, The Woman. It's so good. I loved it. It was about a woman's experience in the war. So this girl, she goes to the Vietnam War, and we are following that. And then when she comes home, she has to deal with all these hardships and how people are treating her, and no one really acknowledges that women were in the war. And so she's feeling very hurt by this, along with all the PTSD from the war. So that it's so good. 100% recommend this book. I loved it. Kristen Hanna, I've only read one of her books, but it was so good. And then, so I'm very excited for this one. So I'll give more thoughts after I'm a little more into it. And then, but I also have The Nightingale on my TBR, and I don't know when I'll get to it. I'm kind of scared for it because it's over 500 pages, but I do love like very emotional books. So I will be reading 90 pages of this today. So yeah, I'll give you more after. So hi, it's the next day. I got about, let me look, 62 pages into the book, which is 14%, I believe, but I did not finish the 90 pages yesterday, so I'll be reading the rest of the 28 today, plus all the ones I also have to get done today for the third day of this. And so anyways, since I'm farther into it, I kind of know what's going on now. So we are in the point of view of the daughter. Her name is Lenny, and I figured out why they moved to Alaska. So Lenny's dad is a Vietnam vet. And so he was really good friends with this guy named Bo in the war. And Bo sadly passed away. And so since they were such good friends, Bo left his homestead in Alaska to Ernst, Lenny's dad. And so now they're kind of in the middle of nowhere. They kind of figure out that this homestead is like really deep in the woods, and you kind of got to live off of all of that. And you have to survive all by yourself. You don't really have stores around. You have to get your own wood. There's no running water in the house. There's just none of that. You have to catch your own fish. And so you can't really just go down to the store. And then so all these people like live on their own little homesteads around the place. And they're all just kind of like, they're a very close, tight-knit community, I would like to say, because they're just like, they're all trying to survive, and they're all just trying to get through winter, which is really harsh in Alaska. And that's like a really big plot point in this book, that they need to survive through winter, and they're already getting ready even though it's like June or May or something. And so all these people are coming to help out Lenny and her family, and they're like all kind of just sharing tips and like how they can survive. And so like all these people are coming and helping them build a garden or like build a goat farm. And so that's kind of how far I got into it yesterday before I had to go to swim. And so I'm going to read 28 more pages of this book. And then I think I have to read 98 pages today, just for today. And those pages I think I will be reading in a different book because I want to read more than 2 books in this video. So it's going to be this book for the 28 pages, and then I will be choosing a different book for the 98 more pages. Page 96, and I just read through chapter 7, so we are now on chapter 8, and things are really starting to like heat up a bit. So Ernst, the dad, met this guy named, people call him Mad Earl. So Mad Earl is kind of like a doomsdayer, and he thinks everyone's out to kill him, and everyone is going to die, basically like the end of the world, apocalypse, like preparing for that. And so Mad Earl is kind of feeding into Ernst, the dad. He thinks that everyone's out to get him, and Ernst is kind of he's going to start teaching everybody how to like kill people and survive. Like, it's not enough that they can hunt and survive on the wilderness. They have to be ready for nuclear bombs and war and like all that stuff. They have to be ready for not only natural disasters, but like diseases and all those things. So that's kind of where I stopped now. I'm not sure what percentage of the way through I am yet, but it's starting to get interesting. And then, so I kind of want to start a different book for today, and I think I'm reading 98 pages of this book. So I'm reading You Again by Kate Goldbeck, and I haven't started reading it yet, and I haven't read the synopsis, so I'll read it right now. So the first thing it says up here, these little yellow letters, it says, can they stop hating each other long enough to fall in love? So when Ari and Josh first meet, the wrong kind of sparks fly. They hate each other instantly. A free-spirited, struggling comedian, Ari likes to keep things casual and never sleeps over after hooking up. Josh, a born and bred New Yorker, has ambitious plans to take the culinary world by storm and find the one. They have absolutely nothing in common, except that they happen to be sleeping with the same woman. Ari and Josh never expect their paths to cross again, but years later, as they're both reeling from ego-bruising breakups, a chance encounter leads to a surprising connection: friendship. Turns out, spending time with your former nemesis is fun when you're too sad to hate each other. As friends without benefits, they find comfort in late-night Netflix binges, swiping through each other's online dating profiles, and bickering across boroughs. Until one night, the unspoken boundaries of their platonic relationship begin to blur. With sharp observations and sizzling chemistry, You Again explores the dynamics of co-friendship in this irresistible romantic comedy of modern love in all its forms. I think, is this the one that gives like When Harry Met Sally vibes? I'm pretty sure I've heard people compare this book to that. So I've never seen When Harry Met Sally, but I've seen like the cover, and the covers kind of look similar, like the movie cover, like when you're scrolling through Netflix and like it kind of just pops up. That's kind of what it's giving, like similar, the leaves and stuff. It's giving fall vibes, which we are not in fall anymore, but I'm very excited. So yeah, I'm pretty sure 98 pages today. So I really wanted to read my book of the month thing because I just subscribed to it, like it's my first month, but it got like super delayed. It was supposed to come out like January 10th. It is now like January 14th, and now it's not supposed to come till like January 25th or something, and I'm really sad about that. I got The Secret History by, I think it's Donna something, and I'm super excited about it because I love dark academia books, and if it comes, I'll unbox it in this video, but if it doesn't come, maybe in like a short or something I'll read it, but I really want to read that book. You should, in the comments, you should tell me if it's good or not. Anyways, let's get into this book. There's these like weird breaks in the middle of chapters where it's not like a change of chapter, it's just like a split in the point of views. So it goes from this girl's point of view, Ari's point of view, to Josh's point of view, just like in the middle of the chapter, and these little symbols show it, and I thought that was interesting. But this chapter seems like pretty long. I don't know if that's for all the chapters, but so far that's what it looks like. Any farther on this. I think I only read like 3 pages today, and I'm on page 99 now, so I only read like 3 pages since yesterday. And then this book I did read yesterday. I'm on page 96, and I was supposed to read 99, but I ended 96 was ending on chapter 4, and I didn't want to read through chapter 5 last night, so we're just gonna call that good and say 96. And so today I have to read 104 pages, I believe, and I think I might split up how many pages I'm going to read for each. So maybe I'll read like 50 of this, 50 of that, depending on how interested I am in this book. So I do have updates about this book since I read 96 pages of it yesterday. I can pretty much say it's not going to be a 5-star. I'm pretty sure of that. It's just the characters are just not my type of rom-com characters. They're both like very insufferable, and they just like, there's a lot of hate coming from both of them, and that's just not my type of rom-com. I like really silly and funny and very stereotypical rom-coms, and this is just not it. And I think in this video, I think I will watch When Harry Met Sally just to compare the book and the movie that I heard was kind of similar to it. I just want to see if that's true, because this just seems like it'd be an interesting movie concept. And the book it has some weird explicit scenes that I just don't like that, like, at all. So it's just kind of weirding me out a little bit. The things some of the characters say, I'm not loving. So yeah, I think it'll probably be within the 3-star range. But anyways, so like I said, I didn't get very far on this today yet. I only read 3 pages today, and I'm actually really enjoying this book. I love Kristen Hanna, so that shouldn't really come as a surprise anyways. But I really am liking how it's going, and I already updated you guys on what's happening in the book. So yeah, so I've read 104 pages today. So I'm going to start with You Again first, and then maybe move to The Great Alone. So it is now the 5th day of this video, and I got like really distracted when I got home today. I like sat down and watched YouTube for like a while, and so that was great. Watch this one booktuber. Her name is Kendall Watson, and she's great. She's so funny. I really recommend her. You should go watch her video after you watch this one. I did read all the pages I had to for yesterday. So I read about 70 yesterday and then 30 today to finish those pages. And I read about 70 pages of this book, 30 yesterday, 30 today, and then I read about 34 pages of this. Now, I don't have lots of updates, but honestly, I don't really remember what happened in the 30 pages I read. It was just kind of boring. So yeah, that's that. But this book is getting really interesting. We're kind of learning who Ernst is, what his problems are. He's not acting very nice to his family. That's what I'll say. I don't want to spoil anything. Things are really getting interesting, and Lenny's kind of realizing problems she has never seen before, or she imagines all of this has been happening behind doors until now. Now she's actually seeing who her dad is and what he does. So yeah. Another update is I got this new sweatshirt. I think it's so cute. It's a half zip up. I love it. It's from Tilly's, and it's so soft and comfortable. And yeah, just appreciating it because it's so cute. And then today I have to read 87 pages, and I think I'm going to do a majority in this book because I kind of just want to get through it and see what's going on. I might maybe read like 30 pages of this and 50 pages of this. We'll see. Anyways, let's start reading. Friday, and I read 50 pages of You Again yesterday, and then I read the 37 more I was supposed to today. So I read 87 of these pages so I could get through it, and I'm on page 216. I have a little over 200 pages left, and today I have to read 87 pages again. So I would have to go from 216 to the end of chapter 22, which is page 313. So if I do that, I'd only have about 100 pages left, and so I'll probably read 100 of this if I decide to read this tonight. But if I decide to read The Great Alone, I would get to. So I'm on page 164 right now. So I'd get to about page 250, and there are 438 in this book and 410 in this book. So I have no idea which book I'm going to read, and I don't really have any updates. I'm probably going to save all my thoughts for when I finish these books, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm so tired today. It's been a long week, and also I went and played pickleball, and we did that for like an hour and a half, and I'm just really tired, so I think I'm going to shower, and then I'll get cozy and read my book. So I'll tell you which one I picked in the next clip. Hi, it is the last day of this reading challenge, and so before I tell you how many pages we'll be reading, I have a little book haul. This book I got is Anatomy, a Love Story by Dana Schwartz, and on the back it says, Hazel Sinnott is a lady who wants to be a surgeon more than she wants to marry. Jack Kerr is a body snatcher who's just trying to survive in a city where it's too easy to die. So this sounds really interesting. It's a gothic romance, I believe, and I think that'll be pretty good. And then the next one is Heartstopper Volume 2. I'm slowly trying to get all of the completed copies before the 6th one comes out because I love this series so much, but I read it online. So yeah, we have the first one and the second one so far. And then is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. So I read Kingdom of the Wicked, the first one, and Throne of the Fallen, and I'm slowly getting through Kingdom of the Wicked. I bought the second one the other day, so I have the second book in that series, and I'm just slowly getting through it. But anyways, our last day, and we have 42 pages of this, 45. So I think I'm gonna just read it through all the way and finish it because I'm on page 356, and there's like 413, I believe. So I'll let you know tomorrow my final thoughts and everything on this. So I'm gonna open it for you guys so you get to see. It's kind of beat up, but whatever. There's some like duct tape, like literal duct tape on the front, which this is my first book of the month vlog, so super excited. Oh my gosh, wait, I forgot I got this. Oh look, it's the hat, it's the infamous hat. Oh my gosh, look. What person? Oh, it's kind of tight, wait. I have a big head, guys. Should I be a hat person? I don't think I'm a hat person. Book person. Backwards hat. Okay. Now to the actual goods. The actual goods. Oh my gosh. Do you see this? My first book of the month. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Okay, on the back it says, I suppose at one time in my life I might have had any number of stories, but now there's no other. This is the only story I will ever be able to tell. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Look at that. This is so beautiful. Little book of the month emblem on the bottom. So fun. Okay, so yeah, this is my first book of the month one. I know this says book of the month, but I got this from Half Price Books, so yeah, it doesn't count. It doesn't count as my first book of the month. This is my first book of the month. I'm so excited for. And then there's a couple other things. There's a couple other things in here. So first we have a book of the month. We have a book of the month bookmark. It says pause for dramatic effects. We love that. And then it just says book of the month on the front. And then there's a little booklet. Cute. It just has things about what book of the month is about and all that fun stuff. So that's fun. Telling us how many books we'll be getting and like different selections and stuff. And what's this? Much fun as book of the year winners. Okay, so for 2023, it is yours truly, Abby Jimenez. 2022 was, it goes all the way down to 2016. So 2022 was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin, I think. 2021 is The Four Winds, Kristen Hanna. We love her. 2020, The Vanishing Half, Britt Bennett. Never heard of that one. 2019 was Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Oh my god, I read this one last year in 2024. So good. Well, actually, I listened to it on audiobook. I think that made the experience like so much better because I loved it. 2018, Circa by Madeline Miller. 2017, The Heart's Invisible Furies, John Boyne. And 2016, All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by Bryn Greenwood. Interesting. Oh wait, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. A century-ish of the new best fiction. That's so fun. Look at that. I know you can't really see that really well. All the books. I think I've only read one of these, which is The Silent Patient of January 2019. That's interesting. Oh yeah, so cool. Fun. Okay. Anyways, sorry, interrupting the reading. Okay, so let's get back to that. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm wearing my book person hat. Looks adorable, or I think it does. I think it looks adorable. Anyways, yesterday was the last day of our letting my phone choose how much I'll be reading for the week. And so I think we did pretty good with it. I kept like not reading the full amount and then reading the rest the next day, but I still read all the pages I was supposed to. And so I finished 2 books in this video, which I wanted to finish 3, but I got busy and that didn't end up happening. So the first book I read was The Fault in Our Stars, and all my thoughts are already in the beginning of this video. And so I think I still stand by 4.5, maybe not 4.75, but like 4.2. 4.25, 4.5 maybe. I think that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, very good. Highly recommend. Emotional YA romance. Okay, and now we are going to this. Okay, so I have thoughts on this. I definitely have thoughts on this. I'm thinking 2.75, 3. I feel so bad because I know this is like some people's like favorite rom-com books, and for me it was just, it kind of grossed me out in some moments, like the thing characters said and like events that took place in this, and like the romance just wasn't my favorite. I think they're good together. I think they fit, but I don't know. It grossed me out. If you like a spicy rom-com, I think you'll like this, but it's just not my kind of thing. I don't know. I feel really bad. I can see why this can be someone's 5-star read, but not for me. I honestly think the best character was Rada. I don't know how to say her name, but I think she was the best character of the whole book. And she's not even a main character. She's like one of the side characters. I feel so bad. I'm sorry. Don't come at me. Reading is subjective. Remember that, guys. Okay. And then our last one, which I did not finish, I only got to page 164. So I will be finishing in the month of January, and it will probably be in a wrap up somewhere. But yeah, I think it's going pretty good. Yeah, I think it's really good. I think there's a lot of depth. I feel like it's different than the book I read by her. A lot different. It's still like historical fiction, but it's just like I don't know how to describe it. They're just different. But I'm still really loving it. I think Kristen Hanna is definitely going to be a auto buy at some point. So really liking it. So thank you for coming along with me on this book journey. There will be a couple more clips after this of me watching When Harry Met Sally, and if I finish this book before this video is supposed to come, before I put this video up, I will definitely tell my thoughts. But I doubt that's going to happen. Hello, can I help you? I doubt that's going to happen, so don't get your hopes up. And I will also be telling you if I think When Harry Met Sally is the same as this book. I'm so sad about that. I had such high hopes for this. I had such high hopes. Just not up my alley. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Hi guys. Okay, so I have a little bit of updates. So I went to look for When Harry Met Sally, and I can't really find it anywhere. And if I want to watch it, I'd have to pay. Like, I don't really want to pay that much money to watch it at the moment, so I feel so bad, but I'm not going to be watching that movie in this video. I'm so sorry, because I know I've been talking about it, like, seeing if they're similar throughout the whole video, and I feel really bad. So I'm sorry, but instead, I made some popcorn, and I'm going to go watch Studio Ghibli tonight, because that's just the vibe I feel. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to say that again, and I will have a TBR jar picks my reads for February video coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. Please like and subscribe and share, and leave a comment. Maybe comment the popcorn emoji if you watch this far. So thank you so much. Bye. See you in another video.